What's up, Live Good Nation? Jesse Reynolds here, and I am so excited to take you through our Not for Influencers social media boot camp. Whether you are brand new to the world of Live Good or you've been with us for a little while and you're just ready to start getting excellent at your social media game, this is the training for you. You see myself there along with my beautiful bride, Beth, and at the time of this recording, our 4 children that we have, 4 kids 8 and under. And I'm going to share with you a handful of insights and very simple steps that you can use not only to explode your Live Good business, but really to be able to monetize your social media and use this in any platform that you want to for any business opportunity that you have come along your path at any point in the future. In fact, one thing that we love about Live Good is we aren't here to try and control and manipulate people. If you have other passions, other pursuits, other businesses you're excited about, that's great. Because what we know is we have the best value proposition in town. And even if you're like super focused on another business, you still aren't going to be able to get access to the products we offer at the prices we offer anywhere else. And so you're still going to stay a member, enjoy your discount, enjoy your savings for your family. And everybody gets to do this at their own pace. Okay. And so you notice this is called the Not for Influencer Social Media Bootcamp. So, I'm not an influencer, right? You see me, I'm just kind of a normal guy, got a really hot wife, got 4 beautiful children. But I'm just kind of a normal guy. There's nothing like remarkable from like what the world would consider, right? Like again, I'm not super ripped. I'm not super rich. I don't, again, I don't have this huge following or anything. But I decided about 5 years ago that social media was the future. It was the number one way that people communicated, and that if I wanted to have success in the business world, I needed to learn this. And I learned just enough to be dangerous. And we've now built multiple 6-figure income streams all through social media. And that's what I'm going to walk you guys through doing here. And I want you to be bold and confident, because I'm, whether you're watching this in the Facebook group or on Vimeo or, wherever you might be coming across this video, leave comments. Let us know the value that you're getting from this, because I want you to have this perspective here, right? I mean, the Live Good membership is valuable enough on its own, right? For less than $10 a month or less than $100 a year, you get access to 50 to 70% off some of the highest quality nutritional products out there. That alone is a great value. But guys, there are literally people who pay hundreds of dollars to go through what I'm going to teach you for free, just because you're a part of the Live Good team. And so this is just one more thing that you can be sharing out there with confidence. People want to know, is it simple? Is it easy? Can I have success? And when you start getting wins with this and you can share with people, hey, we have a first class, a world-class social media training that you're going to get access to for free when you join my team, that's just going to be one more feather in your cap to go out there and recruit and help us take the Live Good message to tens of millions of people across the world. So really in Live Good, and I believe in just about any business out there, there's 4 main skills that you need to learn. And these 4 main skills are in the 7-minute welcome video, getting started video, in the Live Good Nation Facebook group. If for whatever reason you're not in there yet, be sure to get in the Live Good Nation Facebook group. But you need to learn marketing, prospecting, closing or asking for the sale. It's also tied in with follow-up, and then personal growth. Those are really the 4 main skills that we have in this business, and I believe in just about all businesses. Now, you don't have to be excellent at all 4, but anytime you grow in one or more of these areas, it's going to lead to better results in your business. So we're going to primarily focus on marketing, but we are going to touch on all of them here. So this is my definition of marketing. You can take it or leave it, but this has been very insightful and helpful for me. In fact, I was even just sharing this with my 8-year-old son today, driving home from church. He has a chicken business. He raises eggs. He raises hens and roosters, and sells them to all sorts of different people. And this has been the key to his little 8-year-old entrepreneur business, is marketing. Marketing is helping the people who want what you have know that you have what they want. And both parts of that are important. You have to help the people know that you have what they want, but you have to also, but they have to know it, right? You have to help them. You have to identify who it is that wants what you have and help them know that you have what they want. There's both parts. So you may have something people want, but if you don't know who those people are and how to get that message in front of them, your marketing is going to be ineffective. Advertising is not marketing. And I'm not taking jabs at people's posts, but these are examples. See, these are, when there's flyers and just Live Good spammed everywhere. I'm not saying that advertising can't be helpful. That's not what I'm saying. But most people confuse advertising and marketing, And those are not the same thing. By and large, advertising is white noise, right? Think about like Pandora, right? Or YouTube Premium, or DVRs. What's happening there? People are paying to skip advertisements. That's what they're doing there. The whole Pandora or Spotify business model is running enough ads to annoy people that they'll pay to not have ads. it's so people don't want to be advertised to, but people love being marketed to. And so let me start with this. When we think about just social media, because full transparency, we've been in the direct selling space since 2007. So yeah, as I'm recording this, that's 16 years now. And for the first 11 years, we didn't do social media like at all. In fact, we were in a company where it was frowned upon. They would teach us from the main stage not to do it. They would tell us it wasn't duplicatable. They would have people breaking records, doing things at lightning speed, and then tell us, hey, don't do it like them because you can't do what they do. And here's the reality. Now, again, like you may not have six-pack abs. You might not be super beautiful, or you think that you're the super funny and interesting person. You might be a big introvert, or whatever those different reasons are. We all have different reasons why we maybe aren't utilizing this enough yet. But the reality is those are just excuses, because like Henry Ford taught us, right? Whether you think you can or think you can't, you are right. And I want to challenge you and encourage you to have a growth mindset and say, I can learn to do new things. Because 5.5 years ago, that's exactly what my wife and I decided for us. And I was very bad for a very long time. But I finally started to learn some things. Some things finally started getting through my thick skull. And I started getting some traction. Like I shared now, has produced multiple six-figure incomes for us the past few years, inside and outside of direct sales. My primary business is not LiveGood. My primary business is I run a wealth strategy business, right? And so I help people with all sorts of unique financial solutions. Now, again, I mean, I have to be licensed to do that. I'm a professional. I'm very there's a level of competency I need, but I'm telling you right now, in the natural, what has attributed to the vast success that I've had in that career the first 2 years has been my social media marketing. And so I'm going to teach you that exact same thing. Like, I mean, literally, I broke records at our firm, and it's because of social media marketing. So I want to encourage you. You can learn this. Don't compare your day one to somebody else's, year 3 or year 8. Some people have just simply been consistently applying these fundamentals longer. But again, these fundamentals work for average, normal, everyday people like you and me. And again, I don't want to make too much of a point of this, other than, guys, I mean, this is as of January 2022. I'm sure the numbers are even a little higher, but the point still stands. 4.6 billion people on social media. That is close to 60% of everybody on planet Earth. And that includes underdeveloped third world nations. 60% of people are on social media. Screen time keeps going up, all the platforms and all those different types of things, guys. So would you agree that social media is where the people are? Now, again, you might not like it. That's fine. I can go long stints of time without using social media, other than I understand it is the number one way to build my business, any of my businesses, is by reaching people with effective social media marketing. So even though I maybe don't personally love being on there, I discipline myself to get on there to consistently communicate with my market. And again, that's like, you might love getting face to face and getting out and doing booths and doing expos and talking to people at church and all your things. Wonderful, wonderful. Do all those, but also do social media, because it's 2 levels. It's one, you're going to get way more traction. It's simply the fact. I'm going to start going through some of our numbers and showing specific messages, guys. We personally enrolled 120 something people here. I think we're up to like 130 people now in under 4 months time. And almost everybody, almost 100% of them, came from social media posts and them reaching out to us. A couple of people we did reach out to directly. And even of those, almost all those were social media reach outs that we made. And so I'm not saying you're going to have 130 people in the next 4 months join you personally. But what I am saying is, if you get consistent and intentional. See, I put international. Although LiveGood is international, that's supposed to say intentional. We are intentional. We want to be intentional with your social media. Say that with me. I am intentional. Okay. When you become intentional, you will become effective with this. So, and I'm not going to get into this a bunch, because this really sums up. These are points I would make in other businesses of ours, but this sums up LiveGood so well, because because you have to be able to adapt. Why has LiveGood grown to almost 700,000 members our first 8 months? It's because we saw the changes and shifts in the marketplace, and we are positioned at the front tip of that change in the marketplace with perfect timing. Consumers want value. They don't want overpriced products. On the business side, people don't want to go to in-home meetings. They don't want to be on 3 weekly Zooms every week. They don't want to have to make purchase requirements to be able to be commissions eligible, or all the different hoops that people have to jump through in all those different companies. People don't want to sell $100 bottle of collagen to their friends and family, even if they were willing to pay for it personally. They know that very, very few people they know are willing to pay that type of money when they can go on Amazon and get it for $40, right? And so we have such a competitive advantage. So part of that, again, man, I hope you're just excited and focused about this. Lord willing, LiveGood's going to be a great opportunity for many, many years to come. But also, there's never going to be a better time than right now. Because of the force matrix, because we are early adapters, the greatest rewards are going to come to those of us who get into action now. And again, all along the way, all we're doing is we are saving money and helping other people save money on some of the highest quality nutritional products out there. You have to understand that, again, talking about adaptation, the history of selling's changed from, literally back 3,000 years ago, if you wanted to buy or sell something, you had to go to the town square and go to the bazaar and set up your booth on your camel. It took so much work and effort, right? And then, a few hundred years ago, people started having stores, and they would go to the bakery, and they would go, to whatever that, the blacksmith shop or whatever it was. And that became more efficient because they could keep their items at the store instead of having to pack them up on their camel every day, bringing them back and forth into town. And then trade shows started, people started going around the country and going to expos, and those are an improved way. And then, in the direct sales network marketing space, hotel meetings started becoming a thing. And then everything changed. The internet, right? You're watching this video on the internet. You joined LiveGood because on the internet, somebody had you watch the 5-minute LiveGood tour video, and you realized the timing of this and what was happening. And you have to get this right now. The marketplace is used to purchasing things online through social media. I don't even know who this lady is. I just Googled images or something, but you Google image searches. But you have to realize, like, on social media, people don't need to watch a 30-minute video to make a decision. More and more money is being put into marketing and advertising across all the social media platforms out there, where, again, literally people can swipe up. We're going to talk about stories. Now, I'm not going to do a specific stories training right now, but I literally have gone through Instagram, made a couple of story slides, or did a short video in my stories, and then I used the link button, and I linked the 5-minute LiveGood video in my stories. People clicked the link from my stories and enrolled without me ever having a conversation with them. Now, again, I had to do effective marketing to get them to the point to where they would watch the video and click the link, okay? But you have to understand, it does not take a 3-way phone call, a 30-minute 3-way phone call. We don't have to hop on a Zoom. You don't have to ask me 20 questions. I just have to find out what are your hot buttons, what are the things that are important to you, and invite you to watch the 5-minute video, right? Through whichever means that we're doing that, and it will lead to more members and more affiliates on your team. And then even Alexa, right? People are used to saying, hey, Alexa, order me this, order me that. I remember that was a game changer for us, or like, not a game changer. It was a game changer, but it was unsettling for me. I remember, again, 5+ years ago, I was on this network marketing training in our first company we're in. And the guy who's the big network marketing trainer, he wasn't training for a specific company. His name's Randy Gage. He trains tons of different companies out there. And he just said, Alexa, order me blah, blah, blah vitamins. And he was able to instantly order them. I'll tell you, the company we were first in was called Advocare. You could say, Alexa, order me Grape Spark, and you could have it faster and cheaper than if you were an Advocare distributor and went on your website and ordered it yourself. There was a time when people had to pay for overpriced products through network marketing. That time is no longer. That you can't go get products cheaper for LiveGood on Amazon. It doesn't make sense because we don't pay those crazy there's nobody trying to beat the system and undersell the high markups and all that. That doesn't exist in LiveGood. We have a 90-day empty bottle money back guarantee. People aren't stuck with a bunch of products they don't want. If they don't love the products, they can ship them back in their first 90 days. That's unheard of out there, and get a 100% refund. So you have to keep flipping your brain towards this is how people do business and make purchasing decisions every single day in 2023 and beyond. What is my number one rule? If you get nothing else from this, it is to post more. Post more on your wall posts, your stories, your reels, your lives, whatever the next thing's going to be. I don't know what the next thing will be in social media, but you want to go to where the people are. I don't want to just be right. I want to be effective. Okay. So some simple do's. Share your beliefs. A lot of people are going to tell you don't talk about politics and religion. I'm telling you, you should talk about those if they're important to you. Now, I'm not saying to go out there and be a jerk, and you don't need to. I would discourage you from getting too focused on one specific political person, but talk about important issues. People connect with other people who share their values. You should follow the 5-to-1 rule. Again, post more. You can't post too much. Okay. Real simple example of this. This is 5 years ago. My wife and I were pregnant with our third son at the time, and we did a live video. We announced to the world, "Hey, we're having another baby." Okay, it was a really cool video, and it had like 4,500 views. That's a lot of views for a live video, right? 4,500 views. So next week we're down in Orlando, and we saw some friends of ours. They had no idea we were pregnant, and I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? We had 4,500 people. What's wrong with you?" Right? But the reality is most people don't see anything you post. So you can post more and post more and post more and post more. You have that freedom, but make sure for everyone LiveGood post or just marketing posts, whether it's LiveGood or whatever you're marketing, for everyone marketing posts you're making, do at least 5 non-marketing posts where you're communicating with your tribe, where you're sharing your brand out there and you're adding value. Give yourself permission to be bad, guys. It's okay to make bad posts. That's part of learning and how you eventually make good posts. Humbly, I've had people several times remark on the effectiveness of some of my posts. Well, that's because I've literally made hundreds of bad posts, lots of practice. And I study marketing. I study copywriting. We're going to talk about that. I go on Instagram and I watch marketing trainers and I get tips and tricks and I watch YouTube videos. That's an important aspect, right? What should we be doing regularly in our videos? We should be promoting, or not just our videos, our posts, whether they're videos, reels, lives, whatever. We should be regularly promoting the 5-minute LiveGood tour video. I talk about all the time. And I didn't even want to watch that 5-minute video, but I'm so glad that I did. I'll kick off posts to that. Have a growth mindset. You can learn things. Be focused on adding value to people. But if you are regularly just passing along wisdom that you're learning because you have a growth mindset and you understand personal growth is important, then you're going to be eventually seen as an expert by the people in your tribe, right? And you have total permission to plagiarize people. Listen, there's no such thing as plagiarism in social media. Never, ever, ever ask, can I borrow that? Can I share that? Just take it, steal it. If they didn't want it shared, they wouldn't have put it on social media. If they have a problem with it, they don't understand social media, okay? Now, you should learn to find your voice, okay? Even if you're reposting something from somebody else, take it, tweak it, edit it, but or like take a screenshot and then add some thoughts to it or something. But if somebody shares it, it's okay to borrow inspiration from other people, to steal inspiration from other people while you're learning how to develop your voice, to find your voice, because it just takes reps. A body in motion stays in motion. A body at rest stays at rest. Get in motion. Share success stories, rank advancements, product testimonies, saving testimonies, celebrate milestones. This is now we don't want to make income claims and product claims. We'll talk more about that in a second. But what's attractive here is we get a metric of how many members are in our business or how many members are in our matrices, right? You can celebrate that. That's not making an income claim, but man, I'm so pumped. 2 months in, I already have 10 members in my business. Hey, 3 months in, I already got 20 people on my matrix. Celebrate that. That demonstrates that people see value in the membership and that you're following a system that works. That's really important. And I want to encourage you, comment on other people's posts. Right? Don't just be a taker. Hey guys, can you comment on my post? Hey, can you comment on my post? Listen, there's always gonna be people who want to help you boost your posts, but be a giver. Develop the discipline of celebrating other people's successes. Don't compare. Hey, how come they got 30 comments when I got 4? That doesn't matter. Just encourage. Just be a giver, and more and more people are going to want to comment on and boost your post. Don't spam people. We already talked about. Don't just be a LiveGood flyer. Don't. I mean, and I'm not saying like you can't ever say the word LiveGood. I wouldn't say something like that. I would say you shouldn't always say the word LiveGood. I think it's not about not being proud of LiveGood, but it is about his understanding human psychology and you want to create curiosity. Remember, again, what's the action step, the call to action we always have? It's check out the 5-minute video. If they think they know everything, they're not going to check out the 5-minute video. So don't become a LiveGood commercial. Now, again, I did say share your beliefs. I would discourage you from attacking others. You can be for someone or for something without being against something or someone, okay? And so just there's a fine line. Develop discernment there. I'm not in any way telling you what to say, but I would encourage you to just start following people. Like when you read their posts, whether it's me, Bob, whomever it is, you're like, wow, Brenda, like, wow, I like that. Yeah, that's, and you kind of nod along and start reflecting. What is it about what they shared that you really like? What words and thoughts can you steal from them or borrow from them to start making your own, to find your voice? Don't post your link on your wall all the time. Now, again, posting your link in your stories, it took that, using that feature can be really effective on Instagram, and share it to your Facebook. But just posting your link all the time, that's spammy. Instead, invite them to check out a video to learn more. That's attractive. Okay. That creates curiosity again. Don't make income claims. Don't make product claims. Stay compliant. Those are all simple things. So the real key again is about building your brand. If you haven't read this book, it was probably written about 15 years ago, Tribes by Seth Godin. And this is really the key. It's all about, I'll just read it. A tribe is a group of people connected to one another, connected to a leader, and connected to an idea. Right? That's the idea. What are the things that you believe? Who are you? What's important to you? So like let's look at my Facebook profile, and it'd be similar on my Instagram. It's a little different layout there. But what are some things you notice? What do you, if nobody sees anything else, what do they think is important to me? My family, right? I'm showing my beautiful bride and our children. Right? That my family is clearly important. Now, to some people, family is not important, and that's great. Good for them. That doesn't bother me. That doesn't offend me. And it doesn't mean we can't do business, but if they don't want to do business because I like making babies and they don't, that's fine. No big deal. But I try to be very clear on who I am and what I believe, what I value in the most important areas of life. Be authentically you. If you always, now again, you can borrow inspiration from others. Okay, that's great. But if you always try to just be like someone else, you're not being true to yourself and being authentic. And people, they don't like that. People don't like vanilla. Okay. But, I would say be clear on who you are and what you value in some of the most important areas: your faith, your family, your health, politics, business, hobbies, skills. Share those things. Share those things consistently. And over time, the people who also value the same things as you will start to find you and follow you. Okay. And whatever platform, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, doesn't matter. The same principles apply here. And this is super important. And people want to do business with who they know, like, and trust. See, a lot of people try to be vanilla. I realize maybe you might be that rare bird where like vanilla is your favorite ice cream flavor. But for most people like vanilla. I like vanilla. I think vanilla is great. It's not my favorite. I mean, my favorite is Moose Tracks. Love Moose Tracks. And I got probably 4 or 5 others that I love way more than vanilla. But very few people are going to say, I hate vanilla. No, very few people hate it. Most people, yeah, it's good flavor. I like it. But for most people, it's not their jam. It's not the one like, oh, man, I can't wait to go to Baskin Robbins and get me some vanilla. That's not how most people are wired. It's okay to be Rocky Road. It's okay to be Mint Chimp. It's okay to be, bubblegum or whatever your thing is, because there's other bubblegums out there. There's other rocky roads out there, and they will start to connect with you. And the more clear you are, and again, this might just take some time and reflection, writing down a few of the things that you value most. And then how can I regularly post about those top 4 or 5 things? That's how you will continue to find your tribe. Okay. I shared a lot of that already. The one thing to understand about social media is, that's a picture there from Survivor. I was never a Survivor guy, but I was like, millions of Americans watched it. They would make money doing advertisements, but they also would make money doing product placements in the middle of the reality show. You have to understand your social media channel is a reality show. The more authentic, and I'm not saying share anything personal that you don't feel comfortable sharing or whatever, but I will tell you is the more authentic and vulnerable you are with people, the more you build connections with them, the more they know you, like you, and trust you. And nobody turned off a Survivor like, oh my goodness, I can't believe they drank a Mountain Dew and they switched over and started watching football. People didn't do that because Survivor brought enough value to them on a regular basis for like, I got to tune in next week to find out who's getting kicked off the island, right? That's the same idea here. You look on social media now, some of the biggest hustlers out there, Mark Wahlberg, The Rock, guys like that, making tens of millions of dollars. And they're always promoting stuff on their social media. They're always promoting stuff. Yeah, they just keep pumping out enough value that people keep following them. That's why they have millions of followers and they're continuing to do it. Give yourself permission since you don't yet have their time. If they can be hustling as hard as they are, again, like guys like The Rock and Mark Wahlberg, when they've already made their tens of millions, then you have permission to go out there and hustle. Okay. Again, it's all about building your brand and adding more value. But when you're doing that, you can go out there and promote things that you love. And I am not saying to try to sound like me in any way. Right? In fact, if most of you tried to sound like me, it would not work well. Okay. A lot of my athletes, my family, my friends, they say I'm an acquired taste. Okay. I'm kind of like bubblegum ice cream. Not some people love it, most people can't stand it. So don't try to sound like me. But listen, I am wild about my beautiful wife, and I talk about it all the time to the point that it makes some people uncomfortable, and I don't care. Right? I don't like. I'm very big on medical freedom. So I ask questions that create conversations out there, right? Again, just me hitting on my beautiful wife out there, right? That was sharing on our. That was a year ago almost. That was our. Was it 2016? Our 18th. That's why it says 18 years ago. Like 18 years ago, I met my wife, right? Flee sexual immorality, and you'll see that when you're consistent and you're just on a message, man. I get comments like that, bro. You're on fire with these one-liners. Maybe you do or do not want to be on fire, but see, I mean, what was that? 4 words: flee from sexual immorality. I quoted the Bible. Quote the Bible, right? And you don't have to tell people it's the Bible. I'm not trying to say take credit for God's word, okay? But do you see the point? Is like I was able to make a point that was communicating something I was observing around me, and I just simply made a comment on it. And so we can keep showing more examples, right? Like we love Trail Life. Trail Life's the non-woke Boy Scouts. You know what? There were people in Boy Scouts who got offended by that post. That's fine. I still got 50 comments, and I helped several people join our Trail Life group. I don't get paid for Trail Life, okay? But I love Trail Life. I see value in it. My sons see value in it. And so do you see I'm adding value and I'm making it known who I am, what I talk about, right? So this was a LiveGood post. I showed the products. That one, I specifically just said, hey, guess how much these products cost? I did a little giveaway with it, 63 comments, several leads, new affiliates came out of it. This is a great example of adding value. I didn't in any way pitch LiveGood, and I didn't know this would come out of it. Only 15 comments. I got 3 new affiliates out of it because people then started to not LiveGood people, non-LiveGood people. See, it was the post about caffeine. They started talking about organic mushroom coffee that they're buying from other companies. And I just shot a message like, dude, you know you could get it for 18 bucks. You don't have to pay 70. And bam, 3 affiliates came out of that one simple post. The key is I had no idea that would come out of that post. The key is I just consistently kept sharing and marketing, and bam, I got another one on the line like that, right? Practice copywriting. Look at the first sentence on all these. The one on the left had nothing to do with LiveGood. It was about a bad experience at a movie theater at the zoo. So did that really just happen? See, when you ask questions or make unexpected statements, it creates curiosity and people have to read your post. See, it doesn't matter how good the content or the value proposition is in your post or your video. If you're doing videos, you need catchy headings, right? Newspapers, think newspapers are those big, bold headlines, right? You need headlines for every one of your posts. The middle one, please don't unfriend me. Why would I unfriend you, huh? Right? The third one, I did not want to look at another nutrition company. Right? I'm the majority. If you don't know this, the majority of people out there are sick and tired of being pitched nutritional MLMs out there. It's the reality of it. So I don't avoid it. I don't ignore it. I go at it. And I'm speaking to people who are like, yeah, I don't want to either. They shake their head. Now what they're doing, they're reading the post. And now I've got a bunch of new affiliates that came out of it. Okay. I'm not going to go into a bunch of detail on this, but I encourage you on live videos. If you've not done a live video launch yet for your business, you should be doing 3 videos. The first one is the why video. You see on the left, you do promotional video or promotional post. Hey, tonight 8:30 p.m. Central, we've got a big family update, right? And then we go live at that time and we do a big family update. You'll see that I reached 2,500 people with that. 2,200 of them watched it. Actually, 79 comments, right? And so then a week later, you follow up with the why video is talking about why you joined this. Tell your story. If you didn't want to do another company, share that. If you were blown away by something in the 5-minute video, share that. The what video goes more into the content of like what this is, the products you're using, that type of stuff. And then, 3, 4, 5 weeks later, should do another update. A wow video. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this. We've never made money in any of our businesses that we've ever tried before. Here we are 5 weeks in, we already have 10 people on our team and we're saving $200 a month. I can't believe this, right? Wow. Just keep sharing updates. Keep it front of mind. Eyeballs lead to dollars. If you are not consistently marketing and staying in front of people, you're out of sight, out of mind. And they, even if they are interested in Live Good, they are not going to be reaching out to you. If you don't know this, in the Live Good Nation Facebook group, we have the guides. Those are kind of like website tabs, okay? And you see the second guide is social media. In fact, this video will be uploaded in there shortly. So when you're watching this, you might even be watching it in the social media guide. But if you don't know this, go in there, and there are dozens and dozens of images and links to posts that other affiliates have made. Rip them off. Just try to find your voice, okay? Steal them, copy them, plagiarize them, and use it. Remember, be an object in motion. Objects in motion stay in motion. That is what we are after here, okay? Now, it's all about follow-up and closing too. So it's all about the inbox. Remember, the objective is we always want to be inviting people to watch the 5-minute video. Question for you, who are the top 5 people in your world who you just want them to check out the stinking video? Your mom, your girlfriend, your best friend from college, your favorite aunt, your coworker, your teammate. Who are they? Everybody. I realize not everybody's got 5,000 followers on Facebook. I get that. But everybody has got 3, 4, 5 people in the world that they would check it out just because you're you and you asked them to. Have you actually just been direct enough to say, hey, Billy, listen, I found something I'm really excited about. I checked out one 5-minute video and I'm saving $80 a month. No catch, no strings attached. Would you do me a big favor? Would you just watch out this one 5-minute video and let me see how much money I can save you too? That's worth pausing, writing that down, rewinding this, practicing it, and reaching out to your top 3 to 5 people. Everybody's got at least 5. Some of us might have 10, but I guarantee you have at least 5 people in your world who know you, like you, and trust you enough that if you went to them that, again, hey, Billy, listen, I don't know if you knew this or not, but I checked out a 5-minute video last week. I'm saving $80 a month. It took 5 minutes. There's absolutely no catch, no strings attached. I think you will love this. All I want is if I sent you that 5-minute video, would you just watch it and let me see how much money I can help you save too? If you don't like it, I'll never bother you about it again, but I want you to see what I saw. It's so simple. Because remember, if you do nothing else here, but just get 2 members personally enrolled, you hit bronze and you double your matrix commissions, your monthly matrix cap from $2,000 a month up to $4,000 a month. Would you agree that's worth helping 2 people spend $9.95 a month to save $50, $100, $200 a month or more? Right? Our family, we're saving $300 a month. You'll see some different reach out messages. Somebody comments. Again, I just talked about that coffee post or the caffeine post that led to the coffee conversation. Hey, I saw your comment about the mushroom coffee. Have you seen the organic mushroom coffee we're getting for only $18? Hey, I'd be interested. Boom, 5-minute video, right? Hey, now this is a separate person. Follow up. They pre-enrolled. I'm always talking about if you just take the free tour, just reserve your spot for free. Once they've reserved the spot, they're in the system. They're getting followed up with regularly by LiveGood. And we have that website, securemyposition.com. Even if it's just a couple hours later, there will be literally thousands of people who have pre-enrolled since then. You see such a simple follow-up message. Hey, so-and-so, did you see how many people you have already, have already it should say pre-enrolled. Clearly my autocorrect. You see how many people have already pre-enrolled in the past 4 hours after you? No, I don't have it. Bam. Go to secure my position, enter your email address. If you upgrade by tonight, you move ahead of all of them in the force matrix. And that's true, guys. It's the most amazing follow-up system that I've ever seen. And then that third one there, that's almost a full message. If you want to see the full message, I just couldn't fit it in a screenshot, comment or whatever. I'll shoot it over to you. I'll put it in the comments of this video. But that's what anytime somebody comments on a post, I don't just say, hey, here's my link. I give them a little bit to define expectations. Hey, I don't want to bombard you with a super long conversation, right? I was concerned about the quality of the products. I'm telling you, that's a big hang up. So speak to it. Most people hear you talk about these big savings and they've been conditioned to believe the lie that the only way to get good prices is to get bad products. No, we have great products and great prices. And so we need to keep talking to that and addressing that. I'm telling them that we're saving $300 a month. I'm telling them there's 600,000 members in 7 months, right? So you need to have a couple of these simple messages that you're reaching out to people with. If you need help, again, ask in the groups. And if you don't know, again, guide 1 everybody should be going through the 7-minute getting started video. But then we also have prospecting and follow-up. I've got some more specific tips on prospecting and follow-up there that, again, go through those and make sure that when new members join your team, that you're sending them a welcome message. Hey, Billy, congratulations on joining the LiveGood team. And I'm really excited for you to be saving money. If you haven't done so already, be sure to go place your first order to start building your savings story. I believe you should check out the Ultimate Wellness Pack. It's such a great value to get all 7 of those products for less than $100. Hey, we have a 7-minute getting started video. Would you like me to get you access to it? And they're going to say yes. And when they say yes, then you add them to LiveGood Nation. You tag them in the 7-minute getting started video. So the last part is personal growth. Is the more, again, we talked about marketing, we talked about prospecting, we talked about follow-up a little bit in closing. Anything you're doing right now, you're growing personally. Again, go through this video 2 or 3 times. Pause it, slow it down, write notes, come back and revisit it next week after you've tried some things and made some mistakes. But whether it's books, podcasts, Instagram, Facebook posts, I told you I learned a lot of marketing by just following people on Instagram and Facebook, and they shared some really simple ideas, and I started implementing them. I'm telling you, copywriting will change everything when you learn to start speaking to somebody instead of just advertising, and when you learn to get their attention so they stop the scroll and read your post. Give yourself grace. And I want to encourage you, grow your vision here, guys. There's so many people on the team who haven't had success before. Right before recording this, I was messaging with a team member. He's like, I'm enrolling at 1 person a week personally, and I'm not hardly doing anything. He's like, I just make a couple posts. I'm not hopping on Zooms. He's been in several businesses with us where he's really struggled to have success. He loves how simple this is. He loves how free this is, right? Like freeing, right? We don't control people. We don't manipulate. Hey, if you're not at this business opportunity meeting, you're not serious about making none of that nonsense that all those other folks out there are doing. And I just want to encourage you to just be positive and love on people who are in other companies. The masses are going to wind up in LiveGood. We shouldn't be going out there and intentionally trying to target folks in other companies. But the more we keep adding value and growing, the more eyeballs are going to continue to be on you and what you're doing. And I promise you, they are coming. And so just with that, guys, it's time to take action. The only impossible journey is the one you never begin. Pick 1 or 2 nuggets from the social media training and start implementing them. Do them consistently and watch what happens. You guys are champions. We love you. We're excited to go take LiveGood to 10 million members and beyond.